This summer, we saw so much in the news about this surge of unaccompanied immigrant children, children coming to the U.S. without a parent. And I think that was sparked by the narco cartels really looking for new markets. Their markets are down in Mexico. The human smuggling business is as large now as the drug smuggling business. It's no longer mom and pop operators. It's these huge cartels in Mexico. And fewer people are coming from Mexico, so they were looking for new markets. And Central America, with this violence, Honduras has the #1 homicide rate of any peacetime country, second in body count every day to Syria, which we know has had a raging civil war for years. And so they saw many parents who would do anything to get their children out of these very violent circumstances. And they started telling lies to these parents, saying, if you can just get your kid to the border, we'll shove the kid across the border to the Border Patrol agents, and they'll be scot-free here in the United States, which obviously is not true. Once you're caught, you are ordered to go to immigration court to see if you can stay in the U.S. legally or not. But I think that those lies helped spur what was already happening since 2011. We started to see this surge, this increase in the number of children coming as a result of this violence. But the narco cartels really amped that up significantly with what they were telling people in Central America. And so what we saw was in fiscal 2014, 69,000 children being caught and being put in federal custody entering the United States illegally. That's a number that's 10 times what we were seeing 3 years ago. And really, until the conditions in these countries improve, we have countries with enormous levels of violence, enormous corruption, poor governance, until conditions change in Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, the countries these children are largely fleeing. I believe we will continue to see this surge. It has gone down temporarily because for bad reasons. The United States has really pressured these countries to the south of us, Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, to interdict these children and send them back. And Mexico is sending back 10 times as many children to El Salvador as they were at the beginning of the year. They're doing that at our behest, and unfortunately they are sealing many of these children into a deadly fate, sending them back to places where they have been threatened by the narco cartels, by the gangs in their neighborhoods. So but until conditions that are pushing these children out change, I think we will continue to see this surge in children, and these children will continue to enter our classrooms throughout the United States.